A self-styled lottery lawyer has just been sentenced to 13 years in prison for defrauding $107 million from lottery winners. If you're new to this channel, my name is Timothy Schultz. I actually am a lottery winner myself. In 1999, I won the Powerball jackpot in the USA. It's one of the craziest, most surreal things that's ever happened to me before going back to college to work on various productions and launch this YouTube channel. But this was just announced on June 15th of 2023. Jason Kurland, a self-styled lottery lawyer, he was known in the media to help lottery winners. He was reportedly paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to advise them on how best to invest their money. He also had a co-defendant named Christopher Chierchio who received a 5-year prison sentence. Chierchio, who pled guilty to 1 count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud and money laundering, was ordered to forfeit over $26 million. Prosecutors are saying that Jason Kurland used his position as a lawyer to convince his clients to invest in entities that were controlled by Chierchio and 2 other co-defendants without disclosing that he was actually receiving kickbacks from these deals. He was convicted last year of wire fraud, honest services wire fraud, and money laundering. Kurland's clients are said to have won an estimated $3 billion combined. A judge in Brooklyn, New York is actually quoted as saying they were lucky winners, but when they met Mr. Kurland, they ended up to be losers. Some of his clients that were lottery winners included a $1.5 billion Mega Millions winner, as well as a $245 million Powerball winner and a $150 million jackpot winner. The judge was also quoted as saying, Mr. Kurland had direct access to the money, and like a burglar, he used the access he had to pocket the money for himself and for his business partners. This abuse of trust would be unfathomable in any profession, but it is grotesque and unfathomable for a lawyer. Prosecutors said that they used the money to live the high life, taking expensive vacations, trips on private jets, and buying 2 yachts and a Porsche. One of the winners is said to have invested $5 million, not knowing that Kurland was a co-owner of the business, and he convinced another client to purchase his business for $2 million, not knowing that Kurland had owned that. In total, they defrauded these lottery winners of $107 million. Manhattan U.S. Attorney Damian Williams is quoted as saying the trial of Jason Kurland proved that Kurland violated his solemn duties as a lawyer and as an officer of the court by stealing and misappropriating more than $100 million from his clients, who were some of the largest lottery winners in U.S. history. Now, Jason Kurland did make a statement in the court and was said to have broken down in tears as he said that he was ashamed, embarrassed, and acknowledged that he did some stupid and misguided things. Now, his attorneys are saying that they are going to appeal the decision, but wow, this is really, really, truly awful. As a lottery winner myself, I can say that for myself and for a lot of lottery winners out there, not for everybody, but for a lot of people, it can be really difficult to trust people, especially people to handle your money. And the average lottery winner is not accustomed to dealing with millions of dollars. They're just not. The average person is not. The average person does not have 100 million or 10 million for that matter. So if you suddenly come across this amount of wealth that you did not have before, then what are you going to do? What are you going to invest in? How are you going to handle the money? You need an expert. You need people to help you. And I swear by financial advisors. I believe that they are very important. I made a video about how to find a reputable financial advisor with some of my tips. I'll put a link to that right here. But the truth is that it can be very difficult to find somebody that is experienced, that has a track record, and most importantly, that you can trust. So what happens when the person that you trust, that you are investing, you're giving permission to invest money on your behalf, you trust what they are telling you, but behind your back, they are using you and pulling money out of there? That is awful. That is truly, truly awful. And it hits home. It really hits home because it just shouldn't happen. And I feel like lottery winners are vulnerable sometimes to this type of thing. And winning the lottery, of course, can be a really beautiful thing. It can be so positive. In almost every video, most videos on this channel are very positive because it is an overwhelmingly positive thing in most ways for most people from my experience. But like anything in life, it's not necessarily black and white, a blessing or a curse. There are things in between, like anything in life, in the gray area. And one of those things for some lottery winners, and apparently for these people, are that this person behind their back deceived them with what was happening with the money, and they lost millions of dollars. I feel so bad for them. And if any of them are watching, I just want to say that my heart is with you. And if you do want to speak about this, we would love to hear your story on this podcast. And I completely respect anonymity and privacy. We can blur faces, we can disguise voices, we can keep any information that you wish discreet, because as a lottery winner myself, I completely 110% respect that if that's what you are seeking. But I also want to say that I empathize. I feel really badly. I hate to hear when something like this happens to a lottery winner. And I am sure, I am 100% positive that these are not the only cases where this has happened. It's just that this took light of the media spotlight. The media is paying attention to this one for a number of reasons, but it happens to other people, and it's truly, truly awful. So I think that it's very important to be careful. Not that these people weren't. I'm sure that they were. I'm sure that they did trust this person, which is even more awful. But I hope that something positive comes of this. If nothing else, I hope that this is a warning to any other financial advisor out there or attorney who is defrauding or attempting to defraud or even thinking about defrauding lottery winners or people that come across sudden wealth or people in general, even if they're not lottery winners. It's an awful thing to do, and it happens. And so I hope if anything positive comes out of this, I hope that is one of the positive things that does come out of it, that it dissuades other people from doing this. Anyway, let me know your thoughts about this case in the comments below. I love checking out your comments. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to see more lottery news stories like this one, go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified when they come out. I am also interviewing other lottery winners and people who have overcome the odds in life on this YouTube channel, on this podcast. As always, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for your support.